Hey everyone, it's Kat, and today we will be reading Aya Aki's Split. Let's start with the prologue. Prologue. Soul's point of view. You're the new girl, right? The man with the dark black hair asked. I nodded and smiled while fixing my uniform. Yep, my name is Min Soul. Thank you for hiring me once again, Mr. Park, I told him. He smiled brightly. No problem. Now, here's your clipboard of the patients you need to take care of, he explained while handing me the clipboard. There are 6 patients you all need to take care of, but one of them you will need to take the most care of. Kim Tae-hyung. Split personality disorder? I read out loud. Last time I've worked with a patient that had a personality disorder. It didn't end on good terms. I shook the chaotic memories from my head and nodded. Okay, again, thank you so much for hiring me here. I really needed a job, Mr. Park. I bowed respectfully to him. He smiled at me once again. You're welcome, again. Call me Jimin. We're working together, but I consider you as my friend as well, he explained. I smiled brightly and nodded while proceeding to my first patient's room. I walked up to his room and opened the door. He was sitting up straight, his back facing me. Excuse me, I said quietly, not wanting to disturb him. He didn't move at all. He continued to stare at something I couldn't see. I quietly tiptoed over to the table and put his medicine there. Then, suddenly, he faced me. I jumped a little as he laughed at my reaction. You must be new here, right? He asked me while tilting his head, his eyes staring into mine. I gulped at his stare. Yeah, name's Soul. Now I need you to take your pills, I told him. He huffed. And what if I don't want to? That medicine gives me flashbacks on things I don't want to remember, he said to me. I sighed. Please, I have more patients to take care of. Seokjin sighed. Fine, but promise me you'll come to see me often. I have no one to talk to, he said while pouting. I smiled a little. Of course, I replied. He smiled, more cheerful than before, and took his medicine. I made sure that he wasn't lying about taking it. Seeing that the pills were swallowed, I walked out to meet my next patient. I thought as I walked to his room. I've never had a patient like this before. I'm wondering if I should be scared or not. I finally got to his room and opened his door. I saw a man with dark hair in the corner of the room, scratching the wall. I walked up to him. Hi, Yoongi, I asked. Huh? He replied while looking at me, tilting his head. Tell me if you're real or not, he said to me. I'm real, believe me. I told him while smiling, reassuring him. He nodded. Good, because I've never seen you before. You're the new nurse everyone's been talking about for days? He asked while walking towards me. I nodded nervously and handed him his medicine. Take it. I handed it to him. He took them and observed them. These pills makes me fall asleep, and I see weird things that actually happen. I'm kind of scared, he said. I patted his shoulder. I promise it'll be okay. It'll all be worth it once it's over, I said to him. He smiled a little bit. Thanks. So? He read my ID card out loud. I nodded. Anytime. I watched him take his medicine while carefully put him in his bed so he'll be able to sleep comfortably. I looked back at my list to see the next person. I've had many patients like these before I got fired, then was hired here soon after. I walked to his room, holding his medicine as I opened the door. "Don't come any closer," a voice said. I looked at him and smiled as I slowly made my way to him. "It's okay, I won't hurt you," I told him as I gently grabbed his hand. He looked at my hand and then back at me and sighed deeply. "Okay," he said, not as nervous anymore. I smiled while handing him his medicine, but he became at unease again. "I don't want it," he said while backing away. I stepped closer to him and patted his head while he was staring at me. "It's okay, I promise you. That medicine makes me remember why I'm here. But I'll take it if you'll take care of me from now on. All the nurses are creepy," he said, while shivering a little, taking his medicine. I smiled and nodded. "Yep, of course I'll be there," I reassured him. He smiled at me while I left to the next patient. His room happened to be next door to my last patient, Hobie. He wanted me to call him that. I opened the door and saw him sitting on his bed. He looked at me and smiled. "Hi, you're the new nurse here? I can tell because I've never seen you here before," he said. I smiled and nodded. "He's not like the other patient with his kind of disorder," I thought as I gave him his medicine. He took them right away. "Hey, on Friday, visit me last. I need to tell you something," he said. I nodded as I exited his room, with him smiling at me. I smiled back while closing the door. I looked at my next patient. "So, he has a similar disorder to Yoongi? Maybe it's a more stable condition than Yoongi's." I couldn't get the thought out of my head as I walked to his room. I opened the door and saw someone a little younger than me sitting on the floor, drawing. I walked up to him and tapped on his shoulder, gesturing to the medicine he needed to take. He tilted his head and wrote something on the floor. "You're the new nurse, right?" I nodded. Seems like either he couldn't talk or if he was just nervous to talk. "Sorry, I'm a little nervous to talk. I can read your mind practically." I looked at him while smiling and gave him his medicine. He took it with no hesitation and smiled, showing me his bunny-like teeth. "So cute." "Aw, thanks. I know I'm cute," he wrote on the floor while playfully winking. I giggled and rolled my eyes before getting up, but I was stopped by him. "Y'all come back, right? You're a nice nurse, unlike the others who think I'm crazy," he asked me, finally speaking up. I nodded. "Of course! And thank you, you're nice too," I said to him. He let go of my arm and smiled while I left to my last patient, the one I was scared of a little even though I've never met him before, Kim Tae-hyung. I finally arrived at his room, who was on the opposite side of the other patients. There was only one room in the long empty halls, which made me more scared. I gulped and took a deep breath before opening the door, revealing the man on the bed, reading. "Hi?" I called to him while walking over to the table. He looked at me and smiled a little. "Hi," he replied while taking off his glasses he had on. He walked over to me and put his arm around my shoulder. My brows furrowed while giving him an odd look. He looked at me, his eyes staring into mine, while smiling mischievously. I'm Taehyung, and you are So. Pretty name. He read my name tag out loud like Yoongi did. I nodded. Yep, that's me, and thanks, I stuttered. He nodded while picking up his medicine and taking it without hesitation. He smiled at me once again while winking. Come see me often, he said flirtatiously. I rolled my eyes while laughing. Okay, I will, I said. He suddenly got serious and looked at me intensely. Don't see the other patients more often than me, or I'll be jealous, he said. My eyes widened a little as I nodded. Okay, see you tomorrow, I said, waving him while quickly leaving. So far, I think I'm doing a good job here at work. Little did I know, things could get out of hand once I hang out with the patients more. Dun dun dun! Okay, that's it for the prologue. Author note. I hope you all enjoyed the prologue with this story. To be honest, it's hard coming up with different personalities for Daehyun. So if you have any ideas, let me know. XD. I'll give your credit. I'll be updating this one once a week or maybe daily. These are also my first aesthetics too, so I hope you like them. XD. And a lot of hyperlinks. Well, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. You should all go check out this. It's fantastic, awesome, thrilling, amazing fan fiction. It's great. You should all read it. I love this so much. I love the author. I love her writing style. I love everything. It's just perfect. Maybe some grammar mistakes, but who doesn't make them, right? I do all the time. I hope you enjoyed this video. See you in the next video. Bye.